It's only funny because I don't have to draw it. I just want to see what you guys can do.
Oh, I also want to see what you guys will do.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you guys are gonna make of this.
Oh, fuck me, dude. What the fuck is this, Skylar?
How do you know it's mine?
I know it's yours. I know it's yours.
What makes you think that?
I know it's yours.
I'm
I
locked
hope Chan
for this
gets.
one.
I hope Chan gets this.
If Jan gets it, that'd be awesome.
Chan, you're gonna be scarred for fucking life. Okay, this is why did I draw this? I read the thing and I had this stupid creative liberty and I just decided to run with it. I hope this is the one that Skylar did because it's weird, so I'm very confident Skylar did it. If not, then Skylar, you have something awaiting you. I do think it is coming your way.
Yeah, what asshole gave Zach that prom?
It's a 50-50 at this point.
Yeah, you're right, Skylar. What an
Jan, I'm
asshole.
100% sure that's mine because I know what I'm drawing and this is not a Zach prompt.
Oh, dude, what an asshole. Am I right, Skylar?
Yeah, probably some absolute dickhead.
Oh, you're gonna think this is...
Yeah, I got. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe that wasn't mine.
What is this? What am I looking at?
Oh, okay. That's good, actually. I didn't get that. Alright, guys. Well, we actually drew very similar pictures, Skylar. I thought this was this guy.
I didn't get the X at the end. It was Boom X.
Did you not expect that prompt from me, Zach?
No, dude, the second I saw that prompt, I was like, I need to make Chandler fucking jump out of his seat. I was like, I need to make the most disgusting thing I could think about. It'll just like freak the fuck out. Oh, dude, I'm actually crying. That was so fucking funny.
I'm in the zone.
Hello,
now.
everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. It has been a very long time. Skylar told me to hold on, but it's just kind of within the podcast to kind of jump into it. I didn't even prepare anything to say for coming back into it, but we're here in a new environment. We have a new member of the podcast, a third member, Chandler. This isn't looking good because the last time we added a third member, one of them left. So
Hey, I was the member though.
That is
so
true. We
if
did
it
add
stands
Skylar,
true,
so
I will not be here much longer, and my time is expiring.
no, hopefully not. We want 3 members for a while. We don't have another third.
Wait,
I'm
are
also
you
in a
leaving,
new
Zach?
environment.
No, he's not. He's not leaving.
Oh, he's just
He's
debating
yapping.
me.
He's yapping for the sake of yapping. He's giving us a scare. Oh, how have you
Yeah,
guys'
clickbait.
life been? I've been on vacation.
Well, reading One Piece. New internship just started today.
That's hype.
Got done
You
with
like
my
One Piece?
first shift, all training. So, the best of the best.
I'm more
And then,
interested in the One Piece than I am interested in your work.
The One Piece is gonna be in the end section.
Stay
So-
tuned.
Yeah, no spoilers for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try not to spoil for you, Chan.
Yeah.
No, I meant I don't care about that. I meant no spoilers.
Yeah, he's
We're saving
yanking
that
your
to the
chain.
ending. I took one of my actuarial exams and we somehow
go.
passed that.
Let's go.
Somehow.
This
yeah.
is it. He's
You
him.
mean
He's
You
him.
mean there was a chance that you failed, which is crazy.
Well, they ask all they ask for is like a minimum of 60%, which is crazy to aim for, but
What do you
somewhere-
get if you
somewhere in
don't
that
mind me
region.
Mine's
asking?
70.
I won't know until like probably 6 more weeks.
You won't know, but
Um,
you know you passed.
Yeah,
Hey.
they gave me like a preliminary score.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's weird.
you
You're
passed. What?
P or F, you got the P. Don't matter.
Yeah, that's all
That's
that
true.
matters.
Yeah,
all I
that's
look
really
for.
all that matters.
And I also started my internship, but that was I think like starting Monday. So a couple days in. Next week we're going to Chicago. They're flying us out there for like
Oh, really?
headquarters or something like that. So
Let's go. That's hype.
yeah.
Is this the same internship as last year?
It is, yeah. It's second year, slightly different division though, so I won't be like doing sales, more like behind the scenes with how like the numbers work out
That's
essentially.
awesome.
As the cool
Yeah.
kids say, that's a massive pog, Chandler. I'm so proud of you.
Chandler and I are
Make sure to
also on
use
a
that
sand
in work
volleyball
chat.
team.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm
Usually-
proud of you
Yeah,
guys.
we joined the 4-man sand court league, so starts tomorrow.
It does.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah, Jackson was actually telling me about that. He called and we talked about one of his film ideas and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty, friends. Ugh. Do you know why I chose the movie I chose for the podcast?
Because you're mad.
Is it because of Furiosa?
Yeah, Chandler's right. It's because it is somewhat popular right now, and I wanted to make a good return. So that's
Wait, is Furiosa popular? I heard it didn't do too well.
No, Furiosa is not making a lot of money, but it
Right.
is getting a lot of good reviews. I honestly,
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So for people who clicked on this video without actually reading it or looking at the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the very first Mad Max movie. But Chandler, he saw Furiosa, which is the most recent Mad Max movie, like what, 2 weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah, when it came out, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the most interested to hear your opinion of it because you're gonna be the one that's gonna see the most of the change. Because this is not
Right.
Mad like
Yeah,
this is not
extremely
Mad
different.
Max. It is not even close to like what Mad Max even like somewhat represents.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I got Skylar's a general opinion of the movie before the podcast. So
Well,
let's,
you gave me yours based on a couple of descriptions you said, and I was like, "Huh, it looks like we're pretty similar here."
yeah, Chan was skimming through the movie, and I was talking about it. And I was like, "Oh, you could just basically skip the entire middle section of it." And Skylar was like, "Oh, so you're also bored?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little bit, just in the middle bit." But that's like kind of the basic summary. But Chan, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was all right. I do agree that in the middle was kind of boring, but I definitely liked like the revenge concept.
Yeah,
It's definitely not as good as tons of other movies.
yeah, I know.
But for like
Uh, might be
you know me,
underrated.
I haven't watched like a pre-2010 movie in like probably years.
Yeah, dude.
So this
Well,
is probably one of the first, aside from Star Wars.
you watched Pulp Fiction last year with us.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a few exceptions.
Yeah.
But like literally, I would never go out of my way to do it. Like this, I watched this movie because I didn't realize I was supposed to watch it.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But I mean, the nude scenes were definitely crazy. Was not
Yeah,
expecting all
wild
of
way
those.
to start the film too.
Yeah,
I
For his
actually
first
wrote down
movie
that's
ever.
great. So, my actual first thing I wrote down was crazy first scene, 2 teens fucking and one guy watching through the scope.
Dude, I guarantee we all wrote down that exact same thing. The very first
We
thing I wrote
definitely
down was
did. There's no way.
interesting way to start the movie. It was the very first thing I
Yeah.
wrote down. It is
Yeah.
crazy. I also wrote down looks like a fan film because like that's kind of just what it is. Most of the movie was filmed illegally and in like the most rundown areas, not because they wanted to create a realistic world, but because that was the cheapest and best way to do it. Like they actually found like rundown and decommissioned police cruisers that they used during the thing, and a lot of the time whenever they filmed on it, they weren't allowed to be there, and they just had to go with the very first take on it. And you can kind of tell with most of the movie because it's a little janky.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
with that, I will say that I did write down that the, like, driving and the crashes looked very
I
good.
know, right?
And very realistic
Surprisingly.
with very realistic damage.
Yeah.
Like, coming from my background, that means
Yeah.
something.
The car man. He's the car guy. For those who
Yeah.
don't know, Mike Higgins Auto Body, Skylar Higgins is right there.
Zach is obligated to say it 3 times a podcast now that he has
Mike
a
Higgins
hoodie.
Auto Body. I got it twice in
Yeah.
right there, so I'm gonna actually get a fourth one in by the end of the podcast, guaranteed.
Yeah, but I liked that part. It's just a shame that my favorite part was just the cars crashing and nothing else was even remotely that close.
So like I watched this movie with my mom, and it's been a while since either of us have watched a single Mad Max movie. But the last one I did watch was Fury Road back whenever that came out in theaters. I didn't actually watch it in theaters, but I watched it right whenever it came out. And this movie, it has the skeleton of what will one day be Fury Road. Like you can tell that there is a bunch of good ideas here. it's just
Mhm.
not. It's too early for it. Like you can tell that there's a wasteland. There's an idea that there's a group of people that want to like be like a kind of a protector, that at least like attempt to or something like that. And then there's also the inkling of like a cult that has their own ideology. Like they definitely care about something,
That is
but
true.
in this
The Knight
movie,
Rider.
yeah, you're just like it's hard to put together what they worshipped and liked. Like my mom was questioning that the entire time. There, she was like, "What is their goal? Like, what are they thinking about?" I understand that they care a lot about death, but only if it's like certain members of their cult. It was hard, but in Fury Road, I remember it was like very specific at what each of the different like groups of people. I was gonna say cults, but I guess it's more of like religions that they all different have. They're more outlined and stuff like that, and it's very evident that with each movie, George Miller refines what he wants to do until he gets to Fury Road, which is like his perfected version of Mad Max. And I feel like that's Skylar. What you're gonna notice is that all of these movies, there's no continuity at all, like literally at all. Max gets shot in the leg here at the end of this movie, and he's completely walking fine in the next one. It's
That's a shame.
what think of these. So the way that
He
George
used a
Miller,
stim pack.
he did use a stim pack. That's exactly what happened in Fallout. He stabbed it into his leg, and bam, it's back. It's all good again.
Boom.
Yeah, dude. He used a med kit while he was in the storm. Yeah.
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 I will say I did like that the like crew was like riding for like their leader,
Yeah.
but it all seemed like half
Fake.
baked revenge.
Yeah.
It was like they just happened to pick somebody who was just there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, he just got like his name is actually Max, right? It is. It's
Yeah,
Mad.
it is, yeah.
Is it Mad Max?
It's
Is
just
it?
Max. They just called him
Yeah,
Matt
okay.
at one point in the movie.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. But like he just had a faster car. That was it. And then the guy just like wasn't paying attention, drove, exploded. Like he's
Well, it was
like
more
yeah.
like he was scared about him because like in the game of Chicken, the guy pulled away before Max did, and then he just was worried because he was like, "Oh, Max is gonna be the one that runs me off the road." I know it could have been better. I agree with that.
Yeah,
It's not
it
good.
still feels very half baked.
It's not good.
Like
Yeah.
he killed him directly. It was
Yeah.
like very indirect. They could have just been mad at the police force, and I feel like that would have made more sense to me because there was like cop cars chasing him the entire time. The explosion, however, looked very good.
Mhm.
The Knight Rider himself, I thought did really good actually. I actually compared his laugh to the Joker because I thought it was very like evil sounding, very crazy sounding.
Yeah.
So I did like that part, but
I liked Goose a lot. I'm
this
not gonna lie. I thought he was really
this is
funny.
in Australia, right?
Yeah, this entire franchise is Australian. Like
Yeah, because I mentioned the
Deep down.
lingo feels super different, and I
Yeah.
couldn't tell if it was time, like the time
it's
this movie was
Australian.
made, or the location, and it kind of feels like both.
Yeah.
But
No, that's super fair. It's a little bit of both, I'd say. But yeah, it's
They're having dialogue like boy and stuff.
yeah. Also, that reminded me. So you know the moment where she's like "oi" and then she does some hand sign. That's not anything. They made that up. So
it's even funnier.
yeah, that makes that a little bit funnier. See, that's what I'm saying, Skylar. I told Skylar before this. I was like, the information about the movie, I think, is a little bit more interesting than like the actual movie itself, and especially like when running it back and rewatching it and being like, what the heck. So one thing that's really funny, I mentioned how they didn't have like budget and stuff like that, and that included the extras. Excuse me, sorry. So they didn't have like any trailers or any place to put any of the extras. So all of the extras had to wear their gear and their kits and stuff like that on the way to the set, including all of the bikers that had guns and weapons and shit like that.
Oh.
So a lot of people were just driving through Australia loaded to the brim as they're on the way to set. And it was all
Probably just realistic down there.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, have you seen the size of their spiders? I would never stay
dude.
not loaded.
I don't want to. It sounds scary in Australia. I'd rather not. I'm okay.
I will also say the name Jim Goose is wacky as hell.
I fucking
give him a better name.
Stop that. I love the names. I love the names in Mad Max. They only get better. Chandler.
I just don't believe that.
Chandler, you've seen the other Mad Max movies, right?
How much better?
I've only seen parts of Fury Road,
Okay.
That's it.
Really? No. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you saw the original trilogy. There was a man in the third movie. His name is Lord Humongous.
That one is good. Jim
No.
Goose is bad.
Jim Goose is so
Humongous is
good.
awesome.
I love Jim Goose. Jim Goose is phenomenal.
Why?
I like the name Goose.
Chan's on it.
Goose is fine if it was just
No,
Goose, but it's
it's
Jim.
the
Jim
Goose.
ruins
He
it.
calls himself the Goose. It's the Goose.
The Goose is fine.
Yeah.
Jim Goose is bad. He
But
should have just
Jim-
called himself the
no.
Goose.
It's so hard having such a really awesome last name, but having such a soft middle first name. It's so funny. Jim.
Then name it like
James.
I don't know, like
James
Wilson
Bond.
Goose.
You know, Jim Goose.
Yeah, they call me the Goose. Jim Goose.
Yeah, exactly. You
No.
got it. Same thing as James Bond.
No, but there was one scene that I wrote down in particular that there was like the motorcycle spinning in circles and he was playing with the puppy and then the puppy and then the motorcycle took off and the puppy started chasing him. I said that was awesome. I specifically put that one in there. I was like, that was fun. That was fun. That was nice.
I seriously enjoy all of the cult aspect of this movie. There's a point in which I needed to open my phone and start playing Dokkan because I was about to fall asleep, and that was whenever I know it's
I did
blasphemous.
laundry.
That's fair. It's blasphemous for a film person to say that during a classic movie, but whenever he leaves the Force and is just chilling with his family for 20 minutes, dude, that is the biggest snooze fest on the entire planet.
The entire middle portion of this
so
movie was
bad.
a snooze fest.
I agree with that. I wasn't bored up until that point because I was really focusing on trying to understand the lore of the Mad Max universe. I forgot to say this in my rant earlier, but George Miller said that all of these movies should be looked at as someone telling them as a campfire story about a superhero, you know? That
makes this movie even worse.
No, it doesn't. So
pretend
that the world exists, it's a desert wasteland where the world is ruined, but they have this one glimmer of hope that is Mad Max. So people sit around the campfire.
Cool.
He sits around the campfire. People sit around the campfire and tell stories about how awesome this desert hero is that's going from town to town saving people. But that's how he said that he wants people to view these movies. I guess I should have told you guys that before watching the movie, but I guess that's...
Yeah, I would have rated it even lower.
Really? What? Why?
Yeah. Because he did nothing cool. He did nothing campfire worthy.
He did at the end of it. This is his origin. He becomes Mad Max at the end. This is what people sit around the campfire and they tell the origin of Mad Max. And at the end, he gets shot in the leg in a bike, runs over his arm, and then he starts shooting them, and then he drives one-armed and one-legged all the way down, and he beats the toe cutter or whatever the fuck his name was. Fantastic name, by the way.
He took on the entire gang at one time. While they were all shooting at him, he dodged every single
bullet. Dude, this movie came out in 1979.
And the idea still isn't original. Let's go.
Back then it was, I think.
Back then it probably was, but
Did anyone appreciate the whenever the guy lost his arm?
Yeah.
To the car moving? I thought that was super realistic.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like most people are oh, he just hung on and it was just dragging. But that would literally throw your arm right off of it.
Yeah, and then to go off of that, I love the point whenever the toe cutter came back and he was he wants his hand back. Because in their cult, that matters. If you matter in your cult, they want as much of you that's left to celebrate it or something. That's what they did with Knight Rider or whatever the hell it was. And I think that's super cool. Them having an ideology that you can figure out while watching the movie is interesting. But it just wasn't done super well in this movie because in Fury Road, everyone can watch that and figure out what their ideology is. But in this movie, you're gonna have different interpretations of it. And I guess in some people's opinions, that's a good idea. But I don't think that was a good idea in this one. It's a skeleton of what a good movie is.
I would agree that it's a very solid skeleton. You have a hero that I think a lot of guys from that time will easily connect with.
Guys from this time, cars are fucking sick, dude. I love cars. Who doesn't like a car?
And then you have crazy potential for action going in with the car crashes. You
Yeah.
already showed glimpses of what it could look like, which is really good. And then you have a whole gang already set up, and you have a love interest included who can be like part of like the danger and part of like the big quote unquote rescue.
Yeah.
It's a very good skeleton,
She
but
was a bit
it
of a girl
is
boss too until she
so
died.
poorly
Yeah,
executed.
she was a savage. She
I
took
wouldn't say
Granny was
poorly
better.
executed because for the time, it was like you couldn't have made Fury Road back then. It's not possible. Even if George Miller was up to the same writing standard as he is in Fury Road, it wouldn't have been possible to make that movie back then. And you'll understand more when we get to that point. But like to make it as I wasn't immersed at all. This world didn't feel like a wasteland. It really just felt like a downtown Australian city because that's what it was.
The problem is that this is a movie from '79
Yeah.
getting compared to movies from 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, that's
there's
literally all
such
it is.
a leap in everything, and
Mhm.
it's so noticeable. For
Yeah.
the time, this movie is probably pretty solid.
Yeah.
For now, this movie is terrible, and I would not recommend this to anyone.
Okay, I agree with that. I would not recommend it to anyone. But like,
No,
it
I
pains
would
me
just
to say it's
like,
terrible because it
it's
really.
okay, it's terrible. I mean,
Okay, that's fair.
it
That's
could have
fair.
been good
That's
at the
fair. I'm
time.
being
It's not good
pretentious. I'm
now.
being pretentious. I need to forget that I
No,
have an art degree. It's terrible.
no,
It's not.
it's important to take the
Any movie that
time
puts me
out
to
of it.
sleep, it's pretty bad. But it's important to learn from this movie if you're interested in it. You know.
This movie definitely created like a lot and
Yeah, it
led
did.
to like a lot of different things.
I wrote down a couple things.
And
Like
that
it inspired Fallout. It
definitely
inspired.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it did. It did have an inspiration a little bit in that. I wrote down three
Only a little
specific
bit,
ones.
really?
I don't know.
Is it really only a little?
I didn't see it in my research, but I
Oh,
guarantee it
wow,
has
that's
some sort of
crazy.
thing
This
into
feels
it.
like the same thing.
That's fair. This is better than. I think I would recommend Mad Max 1 over like probably half of the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, but I would take Fast and Furious 3 over
I would
this
have
movie.
we would have to watch them again. I don't.
That's Tokyo Drift, I think.
No, Tokyo Drift is 2.
That's 2? Oh, then 2.
I think it's 2.
Yeah, I'd probably take this movie over the most recent Fast and Furious.
I didn't
for
even see
sure,
it, dude.
but
I
Fast
did
and
not
Furious
want to
watched
watch
it.
that.
I didn't.
it's
I haven't
hard.
watched since like 7.
Did you guys see the? Sorry, I'm bringing it back to Mad Max. That he had impact frames.
I did.
It's like with the
They're
fucking
cool.
eyes. I was
Yeah.
like, why?
cool.
Like this is stupid.
Yeah, those were goofy.
It was
Yeah.
goofy, but I liked it in a way.
It was cool to see impact frames though.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he did that in the other ones. At least to my memory, I don't think he does anything else. Surprisingly, there's not a whole ton of injuries that I found for this movie. I think there's more injuries in the because it's a big action movie where
You
they're.
mean the cast? Like
Yeah,
the
in the
cast
cast.
injuries that happened
Yeah.
on set?
I know.
That's
There's injuries that
surprising.
happen in the movie, but like,
Yeah.
if you think about this film and how low budget it
It was
was,
made.
and how it was made, yeah, exactly, illegally and
Car
as fast as
crashes
possible.
galore.
Yeah, and car
Like I
crashes.
didn't like that one.
I'm pretty sure that no one was killed. There were a handful of injuries, but the one that I wrote down was that the shotgun lady, the lady with the shotgun, she broke
I wrote her
knee.
down. No.
She broke
my
her knee,
queen.
but she healed and came back and finished her scenes.
You're talking about the grandma at the end,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I am talking
Yeah,
about
she's
the grandma at the end.
awesome.
She is a
wrote
girl
that
boss.
she had a cooler scene than Max throughout the entire movie.
What? That is true. She actually did hold down the entire fucking game.
Yeah. I was like, why is the grandma the main hero here?
Yeah, she killed it. It was really great.
Yeah, and it was just. Ugh.
Sorry, I dropped my everything. Okay, I'm back. Oh no, I'm not. What I lost. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I'm ready to give a number.
Give me a second. I have other stuff to say. So,
Go
I
ahead,
talked
you take your time.
about. Sorry, I have more. I have a lot written down here because. What? There's a lot of information about these movies. Okay.
There is.
This is
There's
George
just
Miller.
I just feel like it's not a lot to talk about. It's pretty. It's
That's
just not
fair.
good.
That's fair. But you also didn't do the research, so that makes complete and
didn't.
total sense that you
Yeah.
would feel that way.
Definitely show off your research.
This
Don't-
is
don't
Mel
waste your
Gibson's.
time.
This is the reason why I fucking paused the podcast. So we're coming back for a reason, Skylar. I wasn't able to do this before, so I'm coming in with the facts and the logic, and that is the deal.
That's the deal.
Preach.
Taylor's on the pod.
Okay, so where was that? So I said earlier that this inspired Fallout, but it also inspired one of my favorite manga of all time, which is Fist of the North Star, and it also inspired one of Akira Toriyama's mangas that he wrote, which was Sandland, which now recently got an anime and a video game, but the manga came out a while ago. It inspired.
No, actually,
Yeah, it
I
actually.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's actually sick.
I know, right?
Is the video game good?
I don't know. I actually have no idea. I'm sorry.
We'll
I have no
Google
idea.
right now.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Google that. So I wrote down just those three, but the list that I found was innumerable. Mad Max has inspired like an unbelievable amount of like just desert environments, which just makes complete and total sense because this was like one of the first that ever did it.
Speaking of desert environments, I think somebody has a pretty cool video on its
I
way.
do have a cool video coming, but we could talk about that in the what we watching section of the podcast. So the extras that I talked about that they had to drive just through Australia in their gear, they were paid in beer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. So, because they didn't have enough money to just do it, so they paid them in
Actually,
beer.
Within your research, did you see if Dune was inspired by this at all?
Yeah, it was.
Considering
What?
you
No,
have
no,
no
no, no.
budget.
Sorry, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I lied.
It wasn't?
The book
Okay.
Dune came out before this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I immediately just jumped in and said, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I just
probably
was
because
excited.
desert.
I was excited to talk about Dune. I love Dune.
Yeah, I heard.
So apparently, the guy who plays Johnny was a method actor, and by that I mean he was very annoying on set because he got into his character, and people just were like, "This guy just won't stop being like a dumbass
Johnny.
idiot."
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. So the trucker that drove over the bike at the end of the movie, he was paid $50 to do it, but he didn't want to do it at first because he didn't want the front of his truck to get like destroyed. So if you go back and watch the movie, there's actually a shield that is painted to look like the front of a truck that is put in front of it, and that's what hits it instead of the actual like truck.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh,
This movie was filmed in only 12 weeks and cost $350,000, which today would only be $1,250,000. I think I could be wrong though. Yeah. So
How much did it make?
Oh shit! Sorry. Chan, do you mind
probably a
googling that?
lot. The sounds of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it made a decent amount of money because it spawned 4 sequels. So
Yeah. It might have had it probably from the sounds of it, it sounds like it has a super strong fan base too.
it does. Yeah, it is a really big
$100
fan base.
million.
It made what?
100 mil?
100 million.
Really?
More
Huh.
than
good.
that.
Huh.
Is
That's
that
crazy.
in today or like
That-
back then?
Even if it was back then, that's a fucking
If it's back
lot.
then, that's insane.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
can't tell.
It's all right. We'll say 100 mil.
Yeah, something like
it
that.
probably means 100 mil our time.
I'm assuming. Which would be, 1 mil to 100 mil is still.
Well, that's still like almost
ridiculous.
a $99 million increase. So I would take that any day of the week. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. Obviously, they're gonna make another one off of that with a bit more of a budget. I'm pretty sure. I'm not super confident about it. I'm pretty sure that the next movie there's a lot of injuries, so we're gonna have a lot more to talk about.
I was gonna say it looked like injuries occurred. I swear I saw
You
one
would
guy
think,
literally
right?
get hurt in the middle of the scene.
I would
Yeah,
have thought.
you would think. I'm pretty sure it was like nothing terrible in the first movie, but I could be wrong. If someone watches this before we record the next episode, please comment down below and let us know if I'm incorrect, or I'll do more research after this and try to find and see if anyone died.
Yeah, send a big red X if Zach is wrong.
Did I say that
And
say
send
that
a
this is Mel
green
Gibson's
check mark
first movie
if
and
he's
he only
in.
got paid $10,000?
Was that back in 79? Like
Yeah.
79 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so like 10,000 back in 79. That's
Yeah.
actually
That's a pretty
Probably
good
like
amount of money. But Mel Gibson
40,000.
like for his time was considered to be one of the greatest actors, and this is his first movie, so like that's a low amount of money for him. So that's why that is of note. Okay. I think I'm out of fun facts. I definitely missed stuff because this movie is large.
In 79.
What? Oh, it's
And it was
10,000
back in
79.
79.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, but there's definitely facts that I missed. If you have a fun fact that is your favorite that I didn't say, comment down below because I would love to read it. Yeah, but I'm ready to give a number because Actually, no, I'm not. You guys have to go first because I need to think about it because I don't know how I'm gonna approach this.
Would you like me to lead off, Chan, or would you like to go?
How about I go first?
Sounds good.
So one thing I wanted to mention too, complaint. I didn't like that they killed and skinned the dog. So
Oof. Yeah, that's
this
Mhm.
movie gets a
that's
2.
that's a -1 point right there.
Yeah,
You say it too?
2.
You give the movie a 2?
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Dude, how are we gonna average this? Holy shit!
yeah, well, mine, I'm not helping your average. I had mine at a 3. I don't like this movie.
What the fuck,
I would
dude?
not watch this movie again. I would not recommend it.
Okay.
Do I feel like it was a waste of my time?
Okay. So that's
After
a
the first, like, 30 minutes,
5.
yes, I do feel like it was a waste of my time. The first 30 minutes, no. I from the first 30 minutes, I was like, "Oh, maybe this could be pretty solid."
Okay.
And then the next hour proceeded to waste my time.
Wait.
It got too
Okay, I
predictable, I thought.
It is very
Not
predictable.
even like that. It was so lackluster. Like, nothing important happened throughout the entire movie. But
I'm trying to figure
I
out.
think it's just part of the time.
It's been too
It
long
was very
since I've done
predictable,
math.
probably because it was like back in '79, whenever it was probably still like very unpredictable. But
Yeah.
now there's been so many things that are like that.
Mhm.
Now it's cliche. So I
Mhm.
tried to remember that, but like it doesn't change my feelings about it because
That's
like
fair.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch it back then. I watched it now.
That's fair.
Yeah, we have to give current ratings, not then ratings.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I still liked it because I
You can like
respected
it.
a lot of it. I give it a 6 out of 10. So Chandler, I need your help. I attempted to do it, but I failed. It's been too long since I've done math. I'm a film guy. So how do we average
We're at an
that?
11 out of 30.
11 out of 30? Is that just
If
it?
I give it a 0, it averages to a 3.
If he changes his rating,
Don't do that. I would prefer if you
it's
did.
11 out of 30, so it's like a
Um,
3.1 or a 3.5, like right in that range.
I'll give it a I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
I'll tie Sky so we can average it to a
So now
4.
it's 12 out of
Okay,
30.
so now it's a 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's tolerable.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with film history being a 4 out of 10.
I mean, film history was. I mean, it.
I feel like you're not
impacted a
okay
lot
with
of
the film
people.
I'm okay with it, Chan. Chan,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay with it.
should I
If it
lower mine
helps.
to should I lower mine to a 0 so we can make it a 2 out of 10?
If it helps, I really thought before I joined this call, I was thinking, what would I give it after watching it? I was thinking 6.5. Then I remembered they killed and skinned the dog,
That's such a
so
fucking.
it's a 2.
He sticks to his morals and he sticks strong. You can't be mad about that.
That's so
a
fair.
man.
I
That's a
can't
Mediak
get mad
man.
about that. That's
It
so
pissed me
fair.
off so much.
Most of the points I
it
took
was
off
so
were because of
unneeded.
that.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. I literally got out of this movie, and I watched this one yesterday, like afternoon, and I was like thinking about it, and my immediate one, as I wrote down, was like, this is a 3, and then I was like, do I really think it's a 3? And I was like, would I give it a 4? And it was like, no.
I don't remember what I said the movie Tar was, but I want to rewatch that movie because I think about it a lot.
I do like Tar.
I think about
think I
that
gave
movie
it
a
6
lot.
or 7.
I think
I think
the
I
end
said I
of
was
that
gonna give it
movie
really low.
is phenomenal because like I think back and I think we did give that movie a really low rating, but
Tar?
the end of that movie is so funny.
Are you
I
talking about
love
Tar?
it.
Give me a
Yeah,
lower
of
rating?
Tar.
'Cause I changed mine. I
Did
was
we?
gonna give it a really low rating, and then I was like, the more I thought about it, the more I liked this movie, and then I gave it a higher rating.
I don't remember. I might have to go back and rewatch.
I think I
that.
gave it like a 6 or 7.
No. Everyone listening to this, go rewatch our Tar episode and then come back here and rewatch this episode.
Yeah, and while you're at it, rewatch every single one so we know where Mad Max ranks.
Yes, I would. Dude, if we get popular and get a Reddit and someone has rankings from the
Yeah, can we
entirety
please
of
get the Mediak tier list,
that would be
please?
crazy.
We need to know where these movies
That
rank
would be
among each
crazy.
other so we
I
can
would love
correct
that.
ourselves.
I would love that. All right, do you guys want to hop into movie news? Does anyone have anything?
Yeah, there's well, mine's just news in general, but
Oh yeah, sorry. news.
so the Blue Lock movie comes out July 27th, and I'm very excited.
That's cool.
It is an episode like the Bardock special, if you're familiar with Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
really?
It's
Cool.
based around one character. His name is Nagi. I'm pretty excited. I think he's kind of cool. And then the anime picks up in that August, along with in August, obviously having the Jujutsu Kaisen trailer for season 3, which is titled The Calling Games. which I'm not going to talk about as I'm unsure with what is going to be in that arc and what is not, because the Culling Games is very long and it's easily double the length of the last season. The last season was 24 episodes, and I do not see them consistently being able to keep up with that work rate for that long.
Yeah, no, they're
So
fucking
I don't know where they're going to cut it off at. So
They would actually
a
kill
little
people by
worried,
doing
a
that.
little worried.
My big news is
But-
I have a video that actually, if you're listening to the podcast, it should already be out. But as the date of recording, it is coming out tomorrow. So watch that, please. It's on my vacation, and it's a bunch of my photography and stuff like that. Did you have other news, Skyler? Or did I cut you off?
Hell yeah.
That was good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start going through stuff. Chen, do you have anything?
Fallout Season 2 confirmed.
That is true, yeah, and they're trying to work as fast as humanly possible is the quote.
That's
Why is
scary.
that?
That is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
As fast as humanly possible, not as fast as morally ethical.
Yeah.
Let's think
Well,
about
it's
that
more
one.
like maybe we shouldn't move it as fast as possible, and we should move it whenever we get a good script for season 2. You know, don't rush that shit.
I agree.
As the guy from Toy Story 2 says, you cannot rush art. I did the wrong
Toy
accent,
Story's
but whatever.
awesome. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of, so do you guys know all the turmoil that's going through the Blade movie?
I do not.
There's a lot of turmoil. It's gone through several directors, several writers, and the last.
Is it internal turmoil or external?
I don't know what that means.
Like internal, like it's like the people working on the movie fighting with it and within the company fighting, or is it like public opinion versus the writers?
It's not public opinion. Public opinion wants this movie very badly, but
Okay.
but they just can't get it right. And the last time Mahershala Ali was like, "I'm gonna fucking quit if you can't get a good writer on this," and like I think it was 2 weeks ago, they dropped another writer, so they're fucking like, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. He's
movie
probably
coming
gonna keep
out?
going because he's contractually obligated to, but like that movie is gonna be terrible, which sucks. You never like to see that.
Yeah, your mom was excited for that one.
I'm excited for that one. I love Mahershala
Yeah, but
Ali.
I remember your mom being super excited for it.
Yeah. So they also Nick Cage will be the oldest live action Spider-Man because he's playing Spider-Man Noir in the TV show Spider-Man Noir, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't have
that'd be
many.
weird.
I think I only have.
Is that Sony? That's all
It
Sony,
is
right?
Sony.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's
I don't
Sony.
know how that's going to be.
I don't know.
Madam Web
Only time will
exists, but
tell.
also Spider-Verse exists. So like, Sony has
But,
literally
yeah,
hit both sides of the
Spider-Verse 2
spectrum.
also exists, so they really hit all three of the spectrum.
Yeah. So Michael Bay is coming back onto Transformers, but he's not going to be directing it. He's going to be producing it. And a lot of people are excited about this, but I personally am scared a bit. Hopefully
Yeah.
that he only gets the action segments and doesn't touch the story at all, because he's just going to ruin it if he does. So, you know the It movies, they have a prequel TV show coming out called Welcome to Derry, and Bill
That sounds
Skarsgård
terrible.
is returning as Pennywise. And then I have one final bit of news. There's definitely more news stuff that happened, but this is my least favorite segment, so I put the least amount of effort into it, and that's going to be a consistent thing on the podcast. We got our first look at Pharrell Williams' Lego biopic movie. I don't remember the name of it. I think it might be Brick by Brick, but it looks so stupid. That's all my news.
That's going to be a very hard movie to pull off.
I'm no. You can't pull it off. It's gonna be fucking stupid.
Wait, what is this?
Look it up, Chandler. Pharrell Williams Lego biopic movie.
It's either going to be like one of those things that is like surprisingly watchable, or
No.
something that like I should never have put on my TV screen. It was a
Why
waste
is it
of like
in Lego?
because Lego's cool.
Oh, I forgot I heard about this.
It's stupid. Why is it Lego? It's one of the dumbest things.
Maybe to target towards kids.
You're targeted towards kids.
No, I'm not.
I hope you're not. I hope you're not.
I'm not.
I really hope you're
not.
not. Please
I'm
don't.
not.
be. Chandler,
not.
did you have
But,
any
like-
news? I'm sorry.
The
He already said his news.
Fallout season 2.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Do you guys want to go
But-
into? Sorry, go ahead.
But how?
Roasting
Who
Chandler.
approached who first? Like, did Pharrell approach Lego or did Lego approach Pharrell?
I got no
And
clue.
why?
Way Chandler said news, you're like, oh, that's it? No way. You're
I'm
actually
sorry.
hating on
I'm
Chandler
sorry.
right
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry. No, dude. My bad. No, I can't roast on him because Jack would always get the news in the middle of the podcast. I would be like, it's the news segment, and he'd be like, all right. Like start pulling up stuff as I started the news segment and went through my stuff. It was always really funny. I miss Jack, the good old days. Mediak was all downhill.
Did you
from
build
there.
that PC?
Not yet. It's actually sitting right over there. I'm because I might be moving to California, so I'm debating on not building it and just moving it in parts until I go out there.
If you do that, then that would definitely be the smartest way.
That's what I was thinking.
Break.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Hey Zach, what have you been watching,
Dude, what I've been watching, actually, I'm gonna start off with something I've been listening to because I rediscovered Donald Glover because he started making music again, and I listened to Out of Vista, and it was fucking amazing. And I've rewatched the Littlefoot Bigfoot music video 100 billion times, and I showed it to my mom. My mom fell in love with it, and now we listen to Littlefoot Bigfoot on the TV and watch the music video every fucking night. Really good. It's amazing.
I don't know if this is like a hot take, but I think he's like the best entertainer of all time because he's like good at music, he's good at acting, he's like his comedies are pretty good.
Yes.
So I feel like he's the most well-rounded, which would make him. But I need to listen to that album.
He's one of the best artists of all time. I like Human Sacrifice, Ada Vista, and Littlefoot Bigfoot, obviously. We should start doing what we watch in popcorn format. We go one at a time, and we pick the next person to go as we do it.
Have you gone back through any of his older albums and give them a re-listen, like Awaken My Love or Because of the Internet?
Not recently. I've been honestly just kind of repeat listening to Littlefoot Bigfoot. It's such a good song.
Okay.
But
I would like to hear you go back to his other stuff and then talk about the differences.
I would like to go back and listen to more of his music, and I probably will as the weeks go on.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. One of the best artists of all time. Like, just hands down. Not music artist, just artist of all time. He's one of the best. 100%.
I like him as well.
Okay. Popcorn, Chandler.
You scared.
Alrighty. You're putting me on the spot. I'm getting nervous.
What did you watch recently?
Recently, I have like maybe like 10 to 15 minutes left or 20 minutes left of Gladiator.
Ooh.
Getting through that's good. It's very good.
That's a good movie.
I've never actually heard of that.
It's a good movie. You've never heard you've never heard of it? You've never heard of it? I understand if you haven't seen it. You haven't heard of it?
Maybe I just didn't know that was the title.
Okay. Are you not entertained?
I just didn't know that was the title.
Okay.
That was my answer.
All is forgiven. All is forgiven.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I was starting to get a little worried. It sounded like I broke one of the 10 Commandments on Mediak. So I was
were the 10 Commandments from the Bible?
Yeah, to say my toes were curled would be an understatement. I was scared. I was quite literally shivering my timbers. I didn't know. I didn't mean to do that.
That's fair. Chandler, continue. Sorry. What do you think about the Gladiator?
So far, it's really good. I really like the revenge story.
Yeah. You excited for the second one?
Yes. I wasn't aware of the second one.
Yeah, they're making it right now.
And you aren't aware of the second one?
No, that's fair. The second one is literally in process of being made right now, and I think it's going to be pretty bad.
We love the optimism.
Well, I mean, just like The Gladiator is a perfect standalone movie. I think it is a fantastic. Just don't touch it because it has a definitive start and end, and I don't want to see more of it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Is it feeling like a cash grab or like
100%. It's been like 30 years or 20 years.
Oh, for sure. Then
I feel like the rule of thumb now though is like if a movie made money, they're gonna make another one.
Oh, I guess I could say this as a bit of news. This happened like 4 weeks ago or something like that. But the director of Pixar said that they're going to stop making original movies and movies that relate to people and make reboots, sequels, or movies that connect to as wide of an audience as possible.
No. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's such a
The downfall of Disney is happening.
Pixar said that?
Pixar said that.
Are we sure Disney didn't say it?
Nope, Pixar said it.
Pixar's.
They specifically brought up The Invincibles as one of the ones they're looking to reboot.
Oh,
I
that would
know.
be so bad.
I know, dude.
What's that?
The Incredibles. Sorry,
Okay.
my bad.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
I
my
like
bad.
I like the Incredibles.
The Incredibles is fantastic.
Yeah, but are you gonna
It's
like the
so good,
reboot?
dude. No, the reboot's gonna be bad.
Is it gonna be live action? I was like, is that what they're
Probably
trying to
live
say?
action.
Oh, dude. Oh my god. Did you guys? Okay, you definitely didn't. But there was a really popular video going around about Kung Fu Panda 4 where someone interviewed the co-director of it, and she fucking she lit that movie up. She hates that movie, and she just was like saying all of the different problems with it. That's actually one of the things that's on my board right now, and I'll get to it later. But that just reminded me of that. I'm sorry. It's crazy.
I love that movie though. I thought it was actually good.
Yeah, we could talk about that.
I didn't watch it yet.
That's
I
fair.
haven't been too thrilled. I have not heard the best opinions other than from you two specifically.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Sounds
that'll
good.
be for whenever. Are you planning on making a video on that, or did you already? You already did, right?
No, we
You
didn't.
made
We didn't.
But you made a video. I know.
I
you-
made a
right.
video on it, but we could
Right.
talk about it. Videos and in the podcast are two different. They're two
Okay,
different
okay.
things. Because like my ranking on my videos are gonna be what my ranking is, but the podcast ranking is an average.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Should I continue or should I popcorn?
popcorn.
Sure.
Do if you want to popcorn to yourself, you can, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to keep going,
All right,
just
yeah.
keep going.
I'll go for another one.
Ooh,
I wonder
watched
who's gonna
all-
popcorn.
Fallout the whole season. It was
let's
really
go.
good.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, it made me actually get to Fallout 4, but I maybe lasted like 20 minutes playing the game, and I died
That's so fair.
in a mission. Like, and
I'm excited.
I don't know.
Popcorn me next, please.
I ran out of ammo, so I'm mad.
That's fair.
Popcorn Zach.
Okay. Skylar, I'll make it quick.
The hate.
Fallout 4 is one of the games on my thing because I've been playing it because that was what was voted to be the next gaming video, and that's not actually what the next gaming video is going to be. But I am indifferent towards Fallout 4. I'm in the. If I wasn't making a video on Fallout 4, I probably would have stopped playing it by now. But here I am. The people voted, and I am doing the thing I'm doing.
People have spoken,
The
and
people have
damn it, I
spoken.
listened.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Because like, I'm inconsistent as is. The next gaming video I'm making isn't Fallout 4 already. So if I just don't make it,
It's never.
then I have let down my audience. If I make a video, if I make a poll, and people vote for something, I have to make that. That is the decree
Yeah.
by Zach McCulpin
That's
of
fair.
Mediak.
The whole reason of the poll.
Exactly. But God, I wanted it to be next. I really did. But I
Just delay the one.
it's
Until
no
you're done
no
with
because it's
Fallout.
next. It's a fucking fantastic game. It's only 6 hours long, and and I could finish it by Monday. So I can
Oh my
just
god, it's South Park Snow Day. I got you.
no.
I
All
got
right,
the code.
popcorn Skylar. I'm done talking about Fallout. I'll save it for the video.
So I recently watched Blue Lock with my brother, and I thoroughly enjoyed that show. I thought it was going to be
Decaying?
like, I thought that the atmosphere, I guess, was going to be like the exact opposite of Haikyuu, like the entire time. But like the people aren't. It's like the situation they're put in, and I'm not going to go much further because being that there's a season 2 coming out soon, I think that right now is a
watch it.
good time to catch up and to get ready because I think season 2 is going to be very good. Like it is like a sport anime, so it's obviously some of the plot is going to be predictable. Some of the lines are going to be a little cheesy. That just comes with the genre it's in.
Well,
But-
it's just all anime have cheesy lines and stuff. It's just kind of how it is. It's like fan
But
service, you know. You just gotta.
There's a good
deal
bit
with
of CG in it too,
Yikes!
which it looks kind of janky at times. I
Yep.
will not lie.
Dude,
But
that's what
some
makes
of
me
the
step off of
animation
Demon
in
Slayer
there is
sometimes.
so good.
Yeah.
I understand having really bad CG if it leads up to incredible animation at sometimes, and more times than not, I would say it did. So I'm kind of forgiving the bad CG. It was probably just to try and save some time, save some energy. So I think it was great. I have like 3 episodes left, and
Oh,
Undead
you're
Unluck.
popcorning to yourself now, are you?
I am. I was denied to talk, and damn
That's
it, I'm
okay.
gonna
I'm
talk.
sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have
Zach
3
was waiting
episodes
for you to
left in
say the
it.
next
I'm
thing.
not gonna lie.
You didn't say
Like,
the word, so it barely counted.
I liked Undead Unluck so much
I love Undead
up
Unluck.
until one point, and now I don't even want to finish the show.
Is it the reboot storyline?
You're gonna be more specific.
Or like the world reboots?
I don't think it's
Spoilers.
whenever
Maybe
it's
you didn't
whenever
get to that point.
Burn comes in to it, and like there's like the big betrayal. That's
You
when
didn't
I
like
stopped.
that
That's when
part?
Nope.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You hate stories.
No, I don't. This
Why?
one just felt
What
like
about the
it was
betrayal was bad?
it was so unnecessary. They have the
Why?
same goal. He literally broke off to do nothing.
But no. They don't have the same goal. If you keep watching the show, you'd see that.
Yeah, well, right now they have the same goal, and I think it's dumb.
Okay, well that's your own fault.
It,
I'm not gonna get upset with you.
It's not my fault. It's the show's fault. It should have been able to point out sooner that it's not the same thing and not make it seem pointless.
But that's the point.
They lost a viewer in Sky because they weren't clear enough.
That's okay. They
I'm
gained
still
20
gonna
viewers
finish
in
it. I only
Zach.
have like 3 episodes. I only have 3 episodes left. I'm still gonna finish it.
That's fair.
But
you have more than 3 episodes
like
left.
I'm just not very happy with the direction they turned. Like it was going so
No,
like
you'll be
so
fine.
good.
That's such an odd
And
thing to
then
not like.
it's
That
just-
out of all the things that I thought were like edging on
I
problems,
mean, they also
that
have the
wasn't
same
one.
solution to everything. Unluck finishes the
Well,
enemy
yeah,
for the most
but like
part.
that's kind of how every series works. You can't
Yeah, that's
exactly
just
ask the
how it can be.
superhero to not use his superpower, you know?
Yeah, like I mean, the one time they
It's like
used
Naruto not
Undead-
using the Rasengan.
Bro, no, that
Or
one's
Goku not
iconic.
using
Yeah,
the Kamehameha. Dude, come on, use something
That's
else
Spirit Bomb.
already.
He has the Spirit Bomb. He did do it.
yeah, fucking only 2 moves. Use something else already, dumbass.
Oh yeah, have you ever heard of the Meteor Smash? Try 3, asshole.
That's true. And also,
But,
there's a bajillion Dragon Ball fighting games. He has
um,
infinite options.
like I like the one I like whenever Undead pulls the his card out of his head. Like that is sick.
Victor.
Whenever they're all fighting against him, that was
Victor.
so sick. Oh, spoiler by the way. That's like halfway
Victor.
through the show. But yeah,
Victor.
sorry. But like that one was cool.
I liked him.
But it like ever since that, I feel like it's slowly gotten worse, and now it's to a point where I just forget it.
That's super fair. I completely
I
understand. your
know I
point of
just
view.
need to finish it. I know,
No, I mean
like
it,
the end part
you
is
don't
gonna
you
be
don't
good.
have to if you don't like it. It like
No,
I think it's
to.
fantastic, but
I have 3 episodes left. I'm finishing it.
I think you have a little bit more than 3 episodes left. But
No, I'm on 21 and 24.
okay, then I'm very confused.
Either that or like I have like 21, 22, 23, 24. So I might have like 4.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out, but
You
I know
will.
I do not have more than 6.
You don't have a lot of episodes left. That's true.
I do not, and they have a lot of ground to make up for me to come back.
All right, who you
But,
who you popcorning to?
I'm gonna popcorn Chan.
To myself again.
Myself one more
Thank you,
time.
Sky.
I'm gonna finish my
Pot
list.
of greed.
Pot of greed.
I have like 2, so I'm gonna popcorn myself too. Sorry, Zach.
It's okay. I forgive
Go
you.
for it.
I have a lot left.
So I watched Haiku with
Oh, the movie. You guys watched
Sky,
the movie.
Cassie, and some other friends. I thought it was really good. Don't know how I feel about the ending, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because you haven't watched it, right?
I haven't. No. I haven't
That's almost
watched anything past season 2.
Oh, wait. So you have a lot to catch up on.
I have a
huh?
lot
Yeah,
to
he
catch
does.
up on. Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Okay, well, still spoilers are spoilers, and I respect. You might want to watch it later. So, next thing is I've started playing Grounded. Is anyone familiar with this game?
What is? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's called Grounded. It's essentially like you can play up to 4 people.
It's just called
multiplayer,
Grounded.
You can use Grounded. Essentially, you're like a miniaturized
Ah,
person.
Skylar's screen disappeared.
Yeah, and you're like you're like the size of an ant. You're smaller than a blade of grass. And the goal
It's
is
back.
to like survive. And we haven't gone too far in the game, but it's almost like it has similar concepts to like Rust, in which you can like farm resources, build structures, and
Oh,
is
I
that
saw
like
the
Minecraft?
E3 presentation for this many years ago.
somewhat maybe, but really it's not like blocky or anything. There is a survival component. It's really fun. Some things are tedious, but like there's a lot of like custom ability to it all, and you can upgrade things. But what's really cool is the story, like kind of learning why you're the size of a blade of
Interesting.
grass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
All right, popcorn, Zach.
No.
Oh, I know I'm terrible. I'm gonna get I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 things left, so I'm gonna get rid of 2 of them.
He's gonna popcorn himself 4
No,
times.
no. I'm taking 2. So, I've already talked about Fallout, which is a game I'm making a video on, but I have 2 more games I'm also making videos on that are up on the board. And one of them is the one that's coming out next week, which is a little cute indie game that I said earlier called Toem. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I love it. Chandler, I know you have it because it was one of the free games.
Played it.
Yeah, you've played it?
Yeah, I've beaten it.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's very fun.
Yeah, it's such a cute little. So, Chan, I'm gonna give it a much higher score than you will probably think it deserves. But it's because the game gives me the same vibe as the walks that I used to take this year in college.
Oh,
and
that's such a good vibe.
It is just like
the Zach Mac
nostalgia to a degree that feels weird because it was only this last year. And I love it. It's a fantastic game, and anyone who takes pictures, I heavily recommend playing it because it's fucking adorable, and I love it.
Yeah,
great.
It's a good one.
Great game. Yeah, and then the next one is a Nintendo Switch game called ARMS. That video probably won't be coming out for a while because I plan on making that one unreasonably long. Because
wow.
Well, I have an unreasonable attachment towards it, so it has to have some sort of unreasonable part of the video. So yeah, that's those 2 things I've been playing. I played ARMS basically every night on vacation, like at least 15 minutes of ARMS every night. It was a.
Oh my gosh, you should go to jail.
Why?
Jail for that. You're in Vegas and you play ARMS.
I was only in Vegas for 4 nights total, I think, out of the 10 days.
You play Fortnite?
I did not play Fortnite. I opened the app. I did not play Fortnite.
Yeah. Well. Did you want to talk about it?
Fortnite? No, fuck no. I want to make a YouTube short on that. It doesn't even deserve to be a part of the video. Popcorn Skyler.
Okay. I will go to my opinion of the Haikyuu movie. The more I've seen about it, the more I don't like it because it's different than it was in the manga, and not saying manga rules all, but it had a very big focus on a certain character. Granted, I really like that certain character. I think he's super cool. But the fact that they cut out a absolute heel diving save out of the movie is criminal.
Was it a heel diving save where he jumped onto another man and they started making out after he got the ball?
I think, yeah.
Oh shit, dude!
Dude, I'm
gonna watch the manga now.
Into Hinata, and then they just started going at it, and the one setter who the movie's about was videoing shit, and he's like, "Bro, what if I got in there?" And then it was 3. It was absolutely insane.
Holy shit, dude! This manga sounds crazy.
In the manga, it shows him diving to get a tip, but he tips it further back, and he flicks up his heel and kicks it back up and over. And they score a point with that. And from the look of it, granted, I didn't read the manga, it looks like that's how they either caught back up or won the game. And that is drastically cooler than what happened. Also, I do not think the reactions at the end of the movie are realistic at all. And I did not like that at all. There's no way that you just lost in the quarterfinals with your best friend and you're like, "Oh, we had such a good time though." No, I'm going to be angry. I'm upset. That is the last time I'm playing with that person ever. I'm sad. I'm upset. That is just not how I would react. There's no way they were walking out of the gym laughing and happy. Obviously, yeah. Krasno, yeah, they're gonna be happy. They won. Yeah, they're fine. But there's no
spoilers.
So that part makes that part
weren't gonna win.
It gave me a bad taste. I'm there's no way. There's no way that is what happens.
So confirmed. They win, right, Zach? Is that
of course the good guys win.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised.
Well, I just want to talk about that. One movie for one match. How many matches are left? And they only have one more movie.
I believe that was a quarter. So I think
They have like
I
2 or
saw
3 more
spoilers,
matches.
so I don't think I can answer that. I don't think I can answer
Yeah,
that.
I say we move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they have more than one, I believe. So, and I believe it's only confirmed for one more, but I
That's
believe
what
they
I
have
don't like.
more than one. So yeah, it's not going to be good, and I do want the time skip covered because the time skip is currently my favorite part of the show, and I don't even know anything about it. I just see all of them, and I'm like, that is awesome.
Hmm.
So, the part you've all been waiting for, my update on where I am in One Piece. So last time we
Always
left off, I
popcorning
was
yourself again.
probably around like 100 to 200 range, somewhere in there. I am now on chapter 460. I have finished Water 7, and I am a, at least a third of the way through Thriller Bark. And
Wait, Skylar,
I
don't say
love,
anything. Chandler, what do you think Skylar's opinion of Thriller Bark it will be?
I kind of already, yeah,
Did
Chandler,
you?
what do you think
Did
it is?
you?
Wait, who's your favorite character, Sky?
Scooby-Doo.
Before
My favorite character before was
Thriller Bark.
before Thriller Bark. I really
You
liked
got
Luffy and Ace.
Scooby-Doo.
I'm gonna say he's not a fan of it.
This is my favorite arc that I have
Oh
read
my
so far.
gosh.
My hint of Scooby-Doo gives it all away. This
Chandler-
is exactly out of Scooby-Doo. This is awesome. I literally saw the like mansion at the beginning. I sent a screenshot to Zach and I was like, holy shit, this is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, he loves
And he
this.
was like, bro, I know. I already know what your opinion's gonna be.
I knew he
before
was
you
gonna
even
love
read
it
this.
because
It has zombies everywhere. It's a chase. There's a mad scientist. This is awesome. This is what I've been waiting for.
Chandler.
This is
I'm very
Scooby-Doo,
confident
Luffy.
that every single arc in One Piece is at least one person's favorite arc, no matter
That's
the
fair.
quality of it.
That's
And
fair.
we
He
found
does-
Skylar's.
This one is awesome. There's not a bad thing. I have not found a super bad thing about this one right now. This is awesome.
Can I say something which I know will
Go.
upset you, Sky, but really piss off Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't like this arc, but it's only because of Brooke. I
You
think he's
lied
so
to me.
annoying.
You
He's so
lied to
annoying.
me.
That's so. This arc is considered really bad.
Brooke
usually,
is
Skylar.
cool.
I love
Brooke
Brooke.
is sick.
I don't know. He has yet to grow on me. I know he's Zach's favorite character, but I'm hoping he grows on me because I just think he's annoying. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo!
Bro, there's no way you said this won't make you mad. You're like, I hate this. This is my favorite. There's no way.
Maybe I was burnt out. I was definitely burnt out, and I just kept watching and like I'm watching.
I'm not a fan of Thriller
I'm
Bark.
reading.
It's probably towards the bottom of my list of arcs. Not
No.
saying that it's necessarily bad, but Soul King Brook is awesome.
Bro, there's no way you saw the mansion, you saw all the Scooby-Doo vibes, and you're like, this is not good. This is actually fantastic to me right now.
But Chandler, nothing
The
happened.
anime probably ruined it for me.
Chandler,
Maybe
nothing
I read the
happened.
manga, but the anime ruined it.
But Chandler,
This-
nothing happened on Thriller Bark.
That's not true.
Yeah,
It's so true.
that's
Nothing
kinda like
happened.
what I don't. I think what I don't like is how like they kind of ran into it, had their like issue, and then they got out of the place. Like that's what I thought. I didn't.
No,
like.
but
They
you,
could've-
you're
like,
it's going over your head. It's nothing happened. Nothing
Oh,
happened,
there's
Chandler.
no
Get the
way.
reference. Get the reference,
There's-
Chandler.
Nothing.
There's no
happened.
way that
I don't get
nothing
it.
happened.
Zoro.
Because
Don't get it.
there's no
I'm
way
sorry.
nothing happened because they said Kaido and Wano. So you're at least a little wrong.
I need to.
Hmm.
Chandler, that's a quote.
They
I'm
name
saying a
dropped.
quote, a really famous One Piece quote.
It went over my head.
It's okay. I'll send it to you after
Yeah,
the podcast.
But this arc is just, I like the shadow stealing concept, and that's how you bring back zombies. I think that's cool.
I think
That's
it's
very
wicked, too.
creative. Although I think
Mhm.
the shadow fruit would be just completely like, it would just be good or mid without Hogback. If Hogback was not there to
I
make
think you're
all the
missing a
zombies,
crucial use of it, unless you know it.
I mean, it
already.
puts him to sleep and he's
No,
kill
there's
him,
one more
but-
thing I'm thinking about, but it's pretty useful without Hogback. But him allowing the zombies to exist definitely like makes it like a pretty high quality fruit. But
Because he has like an army that's just loyal to him.
yeah, that
Like
is
it's
pretty
awesome.
sick.
And it's like he can mix and match.
Yeah,
Like he can literally make the perfect warrior.
yeah. He used
Which
like Ryuma. Had Brook's
Yeah.
soul, so like
Yeah.
he's just like an unstoppable zombie basically.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just such a good arc right now. Like
It makes me so happy how much you like One Piece, man. Like every bit of it, you're just like, I like this. This is good. And I'm like, I'm
I mean,
happy.
it is pretty good.
a
But
good
looking
show,
back
it's a
on
good
it, the
show.
beginning parts were very rough. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that at the time, so it wasn't as bad. I
Yeah,
didn't know what it was.
But you still
But
thought it was good. That's the point.
I also am just starting to get more attached to all of the characters. Like even the character, like I'm still not super attached to Nico. She hasn't done a ton yet. Or Robin, she hasn't done a
After
ton yet.
Water 7, after Water
After
7,
Water 7, the I Want to Live was awesome.
okay.
But
And you wouldn't
I
fight to
still
the ends
feel
of the
more
earth for
attached
her
to
after
every
that?
other character.
You
Huh?
didn't see that and be like, I would murder 1 billion Marines just to make you smile.
I would do that to Luffy.
I would
'Cause
do
he
that
went
to
to-
every single Straw Hat.
Exactly. But she had like the most recent one, and I feel like it hasn't had tons since. Like Chopper, he's just a goofy little guy, so he's awesome to see.
Oh, I love him. I love
Nami, I just like, she's just cool, in my opinion, which I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I
Like
Nami.
Sanji's
I
had
wish
some
he
good
more
moments,
close
good comedic
more.
relief. Zoro, whenever he was like genuinely mad at Usopp, and he's like, he's not coming back unless he apologizes. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, that was hard.
And then Luffy is just so likable. He's just so he's so dumb. He cares about two things, and neither of them are actual things. But like, I don't know.
Meat's an
Just
actual
Robin,
thing.
I mean, Meat and Pirate King are pretty much it.
Hey, Pirate King's real.
Pirate King is real. It's Luffy, but Robin just hasn't done enough yet. Like she had that one really cool thing where she's actually trying to like save all of them. So like that part was really cool, and the I Want to Live, and
Robin is
knowing
nice
like the
girl.
voice acting scene with it is even better because that voice acting is awesome. But I just feel so much more connected to every other Straw Hat than her right now because like she was like nothing up until the one, so it's just like I have less with knowing her. I guess. So Brooks seems like he's gonna be funny, assuming he joins. I'm assuming he is.
I would fight.
Assuming that your reaction, I'm assuming he joins. And
I'd fight 1 billion bad guys for Brooks.
I like how he sings, and he was genuinely scared of the zombies, and he's called the Humming Swordsman. I think that's awesome.
Okay. As much as I like One Piece, we should move on to a different topic. What else did you watch?
I have watched. Oh my gosh, why don't I? From the last podcast, I've definitely watched like 100 things.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
There's
thinking
zero
over the
chance
last
I'm doing
2
it.
weeks, dude. I'm not thinking over the last like fucking 6 months or whatever. However.
I know. I'm trying to think over the last like 2 weeks. A lot of my time was taken up into.
Yeah, I was hiking most of it.
Me and Lily are going back through My Hero.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
you
it.
told me that. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, we just started season 4. She's about to get introduced to Overhaul.
I love Overhaul, man. His introduction was so cool.
Okay, this is obviously spoilers for My Hero, but this is season 3, and I feel like if you haven't watched My Hero, you're probably not going to at this point, as it's starting to become 200 episodes.
Yeah.
Or you already watched it and you're excited for season 7, you're probably past season 3. So, again, spoilers for season 3. But Lily saw Chan, you're past this, right? You're very far.
I'm current.
Okay, thought so. I'm not current yet. I'm trying to go up with Lily. So I'll say that. She saw Kajan for Deku Part 2, where Deku like pours out his heart, and she was like, that was an okay episode. I'm like, there's no shot. There's no shot that you just called my favorite episode in this thing mid. There's no shot you just said that to my face.
What a goober.
I know. I've been catching so many strays recently.
I know, right?
And then I was like, that was like the exact like moment in which like Kachan was solidified as my favorite. Like nobody was gonna top him. Like that was the moment. Like there's no way because like and then going back to it, you can like see the little part.
You weren't sold on that guy?
Which one? Yeah, give me a live demo, please.
Power!
So, Lily is currently getting introduced to him, and she thought he was funny, and he is fantastic. But I want to wait and see what her reaction is to that hero, because that's not my favorite hero out of the big three.
You suck your
Sun
nuts.
Eater, fool. He's him.
All right,
Sun
Chandler.
Eater's awesome.
Wait, Skylar, are you done with all your things?
Yeah, I Popcorn Chan.
Jan, finish your list.
I don't think I have anything left, to be honest.
Okay,
Oh
that's
wait,
good
I guess I've
because
just been watching Demon Slayer and
Mm.
My Hero they've been releasing. That's it.
I'm waiting for
I haven't been
Demon
watching
Slayer to
either.
go
I'm not gonna lie. I always wait to the end of My Hero so that me and my mom can binge the season together.
I'm kind of doing that with Demon Slayer, but in dub for Lily, because Lily really likes is it Bryce Papenbrook who does Inosuke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
she
him
really
too. He
likes
does
him.
Meliodas.
Yeah, he's very good, but like she really likes his voice acting, and she really likes Tanjiro's. So
She probably thinks he's sexy.
she probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay, I'm gonna finish my list real quick. So I started the original X-Men animated TV show, not the remake one, the original one, and I think it's pretty darn good. Me and G watched through all of season 2 of Bridgerton, and I liked it a lot in some places, and I thought it was cliche in others. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good season. And then we were also 2 episodes into Queen Charlotte. And then another thing that I watched was Kung Fu Panda 4, in which I watched it after watching the interview with the co-director, and it kind of was like changed the experience a little bit. Chandler, did you know that the original draft of Kung Fu Panda 4 was a hybrid live action and animation movie where Po travels to the Who Man city and they fight against humans?
That's hilarious. Who, man?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you can look it up. There's actually artwork of it. Terrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah. And also, the best scenes in the movie, the director didn't want in the movie because he said that exposition is bad and he wanted to make it a full focused comedy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
He actively tried to make a worse movie.
Yeah, it really sounds like it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. No, that sounds even remotely entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was watching.
Who Man City does. I lied. Who Man City sounds.
Who Man City sounds terrible. Whoever thought of that, wow. Dude.
You get a gold star.
You get a gold, dude. Okay, I'm gonna start awarding. So I'm stealing this from a podcast. I'm gonna start awarding pluses and minuses to different podcast members, and then I'll track it down. And that goes to myself too. I'll be fair, I promise. Kung Fu Panda gets 2 negative Mediaks because of that.
Oh, I thought you were saying we got the plus and
Oh
minus.
no, you guys do, but I'm giving an extra.
Oh, no.
I'm giving a special minus to Kung Fu Panda 4's team because what the fuck?
Shane gets 3 minuses for saying my favorite arc is bad because I'm.
No, Skylar, I veto that. You're not allowed.
You also get 2 minuses.
Nope, I
for
veto that.
vetoing
I
idea.
veto that.
No.
You've been vetoed. You submit a form to me, and I will give you my stamp of approval, and that's how we do it.
You forgot who co-owns this because I stole it.
But I own.
Oh, I do have one more thing to say.
Okay.
Oh.
I started and I apologize, but I have yet to pick up Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
I barely got through the prologue.
That's okay.
Because it was just kind of I didn't like that in the first breath. I felt like it was kind of long. Like they're making me really travel far distances to go to all these 3-4 shrines. I was like, oh man, I really gotta do this again. But now that I'm on the ground, it was more fun. The freedom to like explore.
Yeah.
But then I found some other things to do.
Were you overwhelmed with how much there was?
No, I really did not get that far into it when I hit the
that's
ground.
Fair. I've been comparing. I'm probably going to if people ever decide to watch my videos, I'm probably going to get flack for this, but the majority of the Fallout video I'm comparing to Breath of the Wild. I'm not comparing it to Tears of the Kingdom because I think that's unfair because Tears of the Kingdom is just like that guy when it comes to how much content's in the game. But there's not a whole lot of content in Breath of the Wild, like in comparison, I guess. Like you can run around and do whatever. But both Fallout 4 and Breath of the Wild are open worlds that are kind of bare bones. And I feel rewarded running around in Breath of the Wild. Like, I never wanted to fast travel. Like, I didn't even know there was fast travel in Breath of the Wild until I was about 200 hours into it, because I was having so much fun running from one direction to the other one, because there's always a chance that I was going to find a shrine or some shit like that. But in Fallout, I don't feel rewarded moving from one section to the next, because I know that that entire trek is going to be meaningless because there's nothing interesting in that run. I don't know if that I'm gonna get flack for that because people like Fallout 4, but that's my opinion.
Right.
I mean, I have no opinion
Valid.
as I hardly played any of those games.
That's super fair, yeah. Chandler, can you attest from the 20 minutes if you played?
Yeah, Chandler.
Yeah.
I have 10 hours in right now, and I'm just like,
You're 10 hours in.
I could have been, yeah, and I'm just like, I would be fine if I didn't play this
Right.
anymore. My goal is to finish the story and get to 20 hours if I finish the story before 20 hours, because I think 20 hours in a game is enough to write a decent review on it.
Mhm.
I love like the Fallout lore. I think it's super
Yeah, it's
entertaining,
fantastic. It's
especially
really
with
good.
like all the crazy vaults out there.
Mhm.
But the game is just, I know this is gonna be super picky and probably spoiled to say it, but like I just couldn't get down with how it looked visually.
That's fair.
It just wasn't,
Yeah.
enjoyable.
I think Fallout 4, the PS5 version, looks really good. Like Fallout New Vegas, I also played that. That one's just an amazing RPG. Like, you will feel rewarded from just running around that map. But the map's not very big, so it doesn't feel like a open world, I guess. It's just more of like you're able to do anything that you want to do when you want to do it, and the graphics don't look as good in that game, so I'm not going to recommend that to you. But it's more fun than the other Fallout games. In my opinion.
Word.
Yeah. Okay. We're like 13 minutes, 14 minutes over the podcast. I don't know what that scream was there. I'm sorry. I got to clear my throat, and I thought that doing that at the
You're
beginning of the.
You're fine.
I was apologizing to the audience.
Only minus one
forgiven.
media.
I got a -1 Mediak from that, but I also got a +1 Mediak for admitting that I got a -1 Mediak, so I evened out actually.
Seems like leadership.
I think Skylar got a -7 Mediak for trying to fight against leadership there. Know your place. Okay.
First off, the people love a revolt, so
Okay.
you're going down.
That's a very valid point. You get +1 Mediak, so you're back up to 6. -6, sorry,
Yeah.
-6.
They say -2.
Apologize and you'll get the 0.
No.
Okay, that's bold, and I respect that. You're at -2.
I can apologize. I didn't do anything wrong.
That's fair.
I'm
Okay,
speaking my truth.
-1.
You're true. You just can't accept it.
Keep being funny, and I'll keep raising it.
I've been funny the entire episode.
All right. Okay. That you went over the line there. -2 again. All right. Okay. If you guys enjoyed, we'll be back next week with Mad Max 2. Hopefully, Skylar and Chandler like this one a little bit better. Because holy crap, I was not expecting that. Guys, it's gonna be better. I promise. I feel like these.
This
movies...
time I'll watch the movie like well before the pod starts.
That's not your
Yeah.
fault. I thought
I
so.
hope.
The miscommunication that happened here. Oh, we'll do it on the podcast. I was gonna address this afterwards because I didn't think it was a big deal, but I thought I already told Chandler that he was gonna be a new permanent member of the podcast, and I apparently never did that.
You just sent the schedule in our group chat,
Yes,
so I assume
but-
that's what it meant.
But the reason why I
I
thought
knew
I
I
did
was
was
gonna
because
block him
I
either way.
told Skylar, I was like, we're gonna have Chandler on now, and he goes, "Oh, I know that. You told me and Chandler already," and I was like, "I did? When did I do
Yeah,
that?"
You
But-
did during Fortnite.
I
Chandler
think
did-
I do remember like this, like an inkling of it, but I don't remember it being permanent, nor when it like if I was gonna be on the first one. But I do. You aren't like wrong. You did tell me about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're not insane or
there-
anything.
there's a
It's
big
all good.
kerfuffle.
It all worked out.
But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We're
Yeah.
back on it. It's okay.
Hey, now he knows.
The podcast is back again, guys.
Man,
It's
I
back.
don't know. Chandler's sending me a text being like, "Yo, was I invited to the first one?" And then I was like, "Yeah, of course you were."
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
funny.
right.
Yeah, I didn't watch the
Dude,
movie.
you're on all. You're
That
Mediak
was
from
kinda
now on.
funny.
You're the new gang.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm
kinda
honored.
funny, I'm
I'm
not gonna
honored to
lie.
be here.
Once Cassie gets her hours up, she might be able to join too. But she
Woohoo.
needs her hours up.
She needs her Mediac stars up.
Exactly. She needs to get more Mediak points.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Please check out my Instagram. The other YouTube videos I upload every Friday. The podcasts are going to be going up every Saturday. My website is going to be in the description below. Skylar's saluting. All right, goodbye, everyone. See
I'm
ya.
also saluting. You can't see it though.
Chandler's going to have a camera eventually. We don't know
I
when.
will.
Yeah. All right, goodbye, friends. See you.